$15 billion gone, 3,000 Canadian jobs lost, and Liberals still expect applause. A Conservative MP stood up in Parliament and said what millions of Canadians are screaming at home: get out of Ottawa. Get out of the bubble, come see real life. Because in Manitoba today, 60,000 people every month are relying on food banks, and nearly half are families with young children. That's not compassion, that's a national failure. Canadians don't want endless handouts that create dependency on bloated government programs. They want affordable groceries on their kitchen tables. They want real jobs. They want a government that gets out of the way and lets them succeed. And then came the truth bomb. While Stellantis proudly announces $13 billion invested in the United States, creating 5,000 American jobs, this Liberal government handed them $15 billion of Canadian taxpayer money, and 3,000 Canadians were fired. No strong contracts, no job guarantees, no lawsuits, no accountability. That's not an investment, that's a corporate ripoff. Liberals protect executives, Conservatives stand with workers. Canadians deserve leadership that fights for jobs, affordability, and accountability, not excuses. And that's exactly what change looks like. You can see for yourself exactly what happened on the floor of the House of Commons.
Invite the minister to get outside the perimeter highway in Winnipeg every once in a while and come and tour communities in Manitoba. Here's a few facts for her. Families in Manitoba are being squeezed harder than ever thanks to her Liberal government. With Harvest Manitoba reporting today, 60,000 Manitobans a month are accessing food banks, and almost 50% of them are families with young children. A record for that minister to be proud of. Canadians don't need handouts fueling dependence on government bloated programs. They need affordable groceries on their kitchen tables. When is she going to get out of the way and deliver that for Manitobans?
The honourable government House Leader.
Mr. Speaker, there you have it. Handouts. That's right. Dependence. That's right. Talking about school food programs. Right. Talking about childcare. Trying to lecture my colleague from Churchill about not getting out enough. That member needs to talk to more single mothers. That member needs to talk to more young people, more skilled workers, more aluminum workers, more steel workers, more auto workers, about supporting it, about the government standing up and supporting and building this country. That member needs to get out.
He's such a pig.
The honourable member for Dufferin-Caledon.
Stellantis is investing $13 billion of their own dollars into the United States to create 5,000 auto jobs. Meanwhile, this Liberal government gave Stellantis $15 billion taxpayer dollars, and they fired 3,000 auto workers. Let that sink in for a minute. This is what happens when incompetent Liberal ministers don't read contracts. And this isn't an investment. This is a corporate ripoff. They took $15 billion and fired the workers. How does this incompetent minister sleep at night?
Good question. How? She's going to be in committee. She's going to get roasted for like an hour.
Very seriously when it comes to investing taxpayers' money. And when it comes to Stellantis, we had a deal. They broke it. And we'll make sure that we get our money back. Period.
Oh, really?
Member for Dufferin-Caledon.
So, unlike that minister, I've actually read the contracts. And if she actually had a legal case to do anything about the 3,000 workers that got fired in exchange for $15 billion, they would have sued. But guess what? They haven't. And you know why, Mr. Speaker? And all Canadians should know the extent of the incompetence of this Liberal government. The jobs guarantee in those contracts are not worth the paper they're written on. If I drafted that as a first-year law student, I would have got an F. How does this minister stand here and defend this terrible contract?
Honorable Ministre de l'Industrie.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have no lesson to take from the Conservative. In 2009, when the Harper government decided to bail out and shake hands, GM and Chrysler at the time, they gave $28 billion of Canadian taxpayers' money without no job guarantee. You know what happened, Mr. Speaker? 2 GM plants closed, one in Oshawa, another in Windsor. Ford assembly plant closed as well, and one Orion bus plant closed in Mississauga. This is their record. We're creating jobs and we're fighting for them.
The honourable member for Simcoe North.
Speaker, the Liberals committed $15 billion to Stellantis only to have them ship 3,000 jobs south of the border. In fact, just in the White House yesterday, Stellantis says they're investing $13 billion in the U.S. to create 5,000 jobs. Every time this government makes a deal, it seems like executives get taken care of while employees get overlooked. When will this Liberal government prioritize jobs for Canadians instead of corporate welfare for executives?
The Honourable Minister of International Trade.
Speaker, speaking of jobs, we are focused on creating jobs for the good workers in Brampton across Ontario. The Prime Minister committed $2 billion to build small modular reactors in Ontario, a project that will create 18,000 jobs in Ontario and help build Canada as an energy superpower. You look at the opportunities we're creating through nuclear exports, a sector valued to create 90,000 jobs and 250 businesses in Ontario, Mr. Speaker. We remain relentlessly focused on creating jobs in nuclear, in energy across Ontario, in communities, including Brampton. Thank you.